Hey everybody, Daniel Rubino here at Windows Phone Central. I just want to give you guys a quick tour of the upcoming update for Twabbit, a popular Twitter client, and this one is going to feature some Windows Phone 8 changes. As you can see here, got the double wide tile, also a smaller tile, and we can of course make that even smaller should we choose so. And with the Windows Phone 8 updates, those will maintain notification signals, so when they flip around, you can still see those. This update, I imagine, will be out in the next probably 2 weeks or so. They're just putting finishing touches on it right now. Twabbit, for those of you who aren't familiar, is a really nice Twitter client. It's fast, it's to the point, it's pretty minimalist looking, and it brings a lot of unique features to it. So I would put this more at the power user sort of level. So you can use it of course as a basic Twitter client, but it does have quite a few options in it. If you go to settings, of course you can add your accounts, and it does support multiple accounts. You can see with your timeline you have all of these features from muting and number of tweets to fetch. I like the little slider ability. You can even do the cache. You have your general changes here, enable vibration for feedback, and I mean it is just chock full of choices here. Enable background agents for updating over Wi-Fi. Here's your send tweets, enable location sharing, enable auto locations. I mean, this really has everything in it. And then you can even go into the way it looks, including the font size. You can choose the backgrounds. You can even choose the colors. So there really is really no limit here on the amount of things you can do. Even for streaming, look at all these options you got here. So of course live streaming means the client just constantly updates as new tweets come in. So if you're using your phone frequently, you may want to do that. You can even do phrases. So for you power users who need a lot of options, Twabbit is your, I would say, Twitter client to use. It's also very fast now with the Windows Phone 8 stuff. It does support rapid resume, meaning if I go back and open that up, it's right where I left off, as you can see. I can scroll back up to the top again. It does have the thing where you tap and it'll hop back to the top from there, which I really like. So besides those features, it also does have the Tell Me integration, which it's going to make you sound kind of funny for saying Twabbit repeatedly, but let's give it a shot here to see if it works. I'll just give you an example. There's actually, I think, about 8 different commands you can use, including, I kind of like this one. Twabbit, take photo.
Opening new tweet page.
So this one is kind of cool. So you go through and you can pick a photo and it'll just attach it to the tweet right there. Now I can type in what I want to do, which is a pretty convenient thing. Of course, you can just tell it to start a new tweet and it'll do that as well. You can also, let's see, we'll try a couple other commands. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the Windows Phone 8 audio API, only because it's pretty tricky to use and it's not as good as Google. I hate saying that, but it's kind of true. But the Twabbit developers do a good job with trying to make the best of it. Twabbit, check mentions.
Checking mentions.
And so luckily it's cooperating here with me very nicely. So this goes right to your interactions with people who are tweeting back and forth to you. And that's actually a really convenient feature, I have to admit. Being able to do that without having to touch any buttons and go right to it. Other things you can say, you can check messages. So for people direct messaging you, you can just tell it to go check those. You can have it show your profile, check retweets, start streaming, take the photo, and of course the regular just tweet. So plenty of voice command options there. I really like Twabbit. I think for those of you guys who are big Twitter users, even if not, you don't need to use all the quote unquote power stuff if you don't want to. But for those of you who do want to, this is a great client. It's fast. It's actually probably one of the fastest clients out there. Actually, I'll show you why. Let's just do the compose. So I always like the compose tile for Twitter clients because you just want to send out that tweet, right? You don't want to go and load up the whole app. Watch how fast this opens. I mean, that is just lightning fast. You can't get it's I'm going to call it the fastest Twitter client on Windows Phone for that feature alone. So if you're really into a quick app, I think Twabbit is your choice. Look for the Windows Phone update in the next couple weeks. Of course, head to Windows Phone Central and we'll keep you posted when that goes live. But there you go. Take care, everybody.